Hello students, welcome to the YouTube channel Edu 360 Degree. In today's video, we will discuss some topics of first chapter, which is Chemical Reactions and Equations of CBSE Class 10 Science. This is under Unit 1, which is Chemical Substance, Nature and Behavior. The topics which will be discussed in this video are as follows. First, we will discuss about the displacement reactions. Then we will discuss about double displacement reactions. Next we will discuss about exothermic reactions, and finally we will be discussing about endothermic reactions. We will start today's video by discussing first about the displacement reactions. There are some reactions in which you will find that in a compound one element takes place of another element. This type of reactions are known as displacement reactions. So we can say that those reactions in which one element takes place of another element in a compound are known as displacement reactions. Generally, remember that the more reactive element will displace the less reactive element from its compound. Now we will be considering some examples of displacement reactions. So let us first start with our first example. In this example, we will consider the reaction between zinc metal and the copper sulfate solution. If you place a strip of zinc metal inside the copper sulfate solution, then you will find that zinc will displace copper. As a result, zinc sulfate will be formed along with the formation of copper. Now the chemical equation of this reaction is given as follows. CuSO4 plus Zn arrow ZnSO4 plus Cu. Now I will explain each term of this chemical equation one by one. Remember, CuSO4 is representing the copper sulfate solution. It is a blue colored solution. So we have written CuSO4 within bracket AQ and the color of the solution is blue. Zinc is a solid metal. So it is written as Zn within bracket S and it is silvery white in color. So we have written the color silvery white. ZnSO4 is again a solution. It is known as zinc sulfate solution and it is a colorless solution. So we have written it ZnSO4 within bracket aqueous. And finally copper. Copper is a solid metal and it is red brown in color. So we have written Cu within bracket S. Now if we go through this equation, then we find that this zinc metal is displacing the copper from copper sulfate solution. As a result, zinc sulfate solution is formed along with the formation of copper. So we can say that in this reaction, zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate solution or compound. So copper is liberated. Now what will be the physical appearance? Physically, you will find that the blue color of the copper sulfate solution fades out due to the formation of colorless zinc sulfate solution. So in this particular reaction, since the zinc, which is more reactive, is displacing copper from its salt solution, that is copper sulfate solution, we can say that this is an example of displacement reaction. Now we will consider the second example of displacement reactions. This example will show us the reaction between lead metal and the copper chloride solution. If we place a strip of lead metal in a solution of copper chloride, then we will find that lead will displace copper. As a result, lead chloride will be formed along with the formation of copper metal. The chemical equation of this reaction is given as CuCl2 plus Pb arrow PbCl2 plus Cu. Let us now discuss each term of this equation one by one. CuCl2 is representing the copper chloride solution. it is a green colored solution. So we have written CuCl2 within bracket aqueous. Lead is a solid metal. It is bluish gray in color. So we have written it Pb within bracket S. Lead chloride is represented by PbCl2. It is a colorless solution. So we have written PbCl2 within bracket aqueous. And finally, copper is a solid metal and it is red brown in color. So we have written Cu within bracket S. Now what kind of information we are getting from this particular equation? If we minutely follow this equation, then we can find that this lead is displacing copper from the copper chloride compound to form lead chloride along with copper metal. So we can say that in this reaction, lead is displacing copper from copper chloride solution. Physically, you will find that the green color of copper chloride solution is fading out due to the formation of colorless lead chloride solution. Now, there will also be the formation of copper which will be deposited on the lead strip in the form of a red brown layer. So, from this example, we can say that lead which is more reactive is displacing copper from its copper chloride solution. So this is another example of displacement reaction. Next, we will discuss about double displacement reactions. There are some reactions in which you will find that there will be exchange of ions during the reaction between two compounds, and as a result, two new compounds will be formed. This type of reactions are known as double displacement reactions. So we can say that those reactions in which two compounds react by an exchange of ions to form two new compounds are known as double displacement reactions. Remember, usually a double displacement reaction occurs in solutions, and one of the products of this type of reactions will be insoluble, so it will be precipitated out. That means it will be separated from the solution in the form of solid. Let us now consider the first example of double displacement reactions. In this particular example, we will consider the reaction between silver nitrate solution and the sodium chloride solution. If we add silver nitrate solution with sodium chloride solution, a white precipitate of silver chloride will be formed along with the formation of sodium nitrate solution. The chemical equation of this reaction is given as AgNO3 plus NaCl arrowhead AgCl plus NaNO3. Let us now discuss each term of this given equation. Silver nitrate is represented by AgNO3. It is the silver nitrate solution, so we have written AgNO3 within bracket aqueous. Now we are considering sodium chloride solution, so it is written in the form NaCl within bracket aqueous. Now silver chloride is the white precipitate, so it is nothing but a solid. That is why we have represented silver chloride by AgCl within bracket S, and finally there will be formation of sodium nitrate solution. So sodium nitrate solution is represented by NaNO3 within bracket aqueous. Now, what are the outcomes of this double displacement reaction? In this double displacement reaction, we find that the two compounds, that is the silver nitrate and the sodium chloride, they are reacting with each other by the exchange of ions to form two new compounds which are AgCl, that is silver chloride, and the sodium nitrate. Now there will be exchange of ions. So let us consider the exchange of ions between silver and the chloride. Here the silver ions of the silver nitrate will react with the chlorine ion of the sodium chloride, and as a result a new compound is formed, which is nothing but the silver chloride in the form of white precipitate. It is represented by Ag plus Cl minus. Ag plus is representing the silver ion and Cl minus is representing the chloride ion. On the other hand, the sodium ions, that is Na plus of sodium chloride, is reacting with the nitrate ions, that is NO3 minus of the sodium nitrate solution, to form the second new compound, which is sodium nitrate in the form of a solution which is given by Na plus NO3 minus. So in this reaction, two compounds, silver nitrate and silver chloride, are reacting by exchange of ions, and as a result we are getting two new compounds, silver chloride and sodium nitrate. So we can say that this is an example of double displacement reaction. Now we will consider the second example of double displacement reactions. In this example we will consider the reaction between barium chloride solution and the sodium sulfate solution. If we add barium chloride solution to the sodium sulfate solution, a white precipitate of barium sulfate will be formed along with the sodium chloride solution. Let us now write the chemical equation of this reaction. The chemical equation is given as BaCl2 plus Na2SO4 arrow BaSO4 plus 2NaCl. It is a balanced equation. Now let us discuss each term of this chemical equation one by one. Barium chloride is represented by BaCl2. It is a solution, so we have written BaCl2 within bracket aqueous. Next is the sodium sulfate solution, so it is represented by Na2SO4 within bracket aqueous. Now the barium sulfate is the white precipitate, so it is a solid substance, so we have written BaSO4 within bracket S. And finally the sodium chloride solution, it is NaCl within bracket aqueous. Now the two factor is to balance the equation. So we can say that in this double displacement reaction, the two compounds, that is the barium chloride and the sodium sulfate, they are reacting with each other to form barium sulfate and sodium chloride with the exchange of ions. Now let us consider the reaction between the ions. We can say that in this case there will be reaction between barium ions and sulfate ions, as well as there will be reactions between sodium ions and chloride ions. So first let us consider the reaction between barium ions and sulfate ions. From the equation we can say that the barium ions, that is Ba2 plus of barium chloride, are reacting with the sulfate ions represented by SO4 2 minus of sodium sulfate, and as a result we are getting a new compound barium sulfate, which is represented by Ba2 plus SO4 2 minus. Next we will consider the reaction between Na plus and Cl minus. So we can say that similarly there will be reaction between sodium ions Na plus of sodium sulfate and chloride ions of barium chloride, and as a result we are getting another new compound, which is the sodium chloride solution. It is represented by Na plus Cl minus. So this reaction is representing the reaction between two compounds, that is barium chloride and sodium sulfate, and due to the exchange of ions during this reaction we are getting two new compounds, barium sulfate in the form of white precipitate and the sodium chloride solution. So this is an example of double displacement reaction. Next we will discuss about the exothermic reactions and the endothermic reactions. So we will start with the exothermic reactions. There are some reactions in which we find evolution of heat. This type of reactions are known as the exothermic reactions. So we can say that those reactions in which heat is evolved are known as exothermic reactions. Let us consider one example of exothermic reaction. Remember, natural gas is mainly made up of methane. If we burn natural gas in the oxygen of air, carbon dioxide and water vapor will be formed along with the evolution of a large amount of heat. The chemical equation of this reaction is given as CH4 plus 2O2 arrow CO2 plus 2H2O plus heat. This is a balanced chemical equation. Now we will discuss each term of this equation one by one. Natural gas is mainly made up of methane, so we have written it CH4 within bracket G. Next is oxygen, which is present in air, so it is written as 2O2 within bracket G. Now the products. Carbon dioxide is a gas, so it is written as CO2 within bracket G. Water vapor, that means we are considering steam, so we have written it 2H2O within bracket G plus heat. So heat is evolved in this particular reaction. So we can say that since heat is produced during the burning of natural gas in air, so this is an example of exothermic reactions. Now all the combustion reactions produce heat, so we can say that all the combustion reactions are exothermic reactions. Now we will consider the endothermic reactions. There are some other reactions in which heat will be absorbed. So we will find the absorption of heat in those reactions. This type of reactions are known as endothermic reactions. So we can say that those reactions in which heat is absorbed are known as the endothermic reaction. Now let us consider one example of endothermic reaction. If we heat nitrogen and oxygen to a very high temperature of about 3000 degrees centigrade, they will combine, and as a result we will get nitrogen monoxide, and during this reaction a lot of heat will be absorbed. The chemical equation of this reaction is given as N2 plus O2 plus heat and arrow 2NO. N2 is nitrogen, which is a gas, oxygen O2, it is also a gas, plus heat, that is we are heating nitrogen and oxygen at a very high temperature. The product is nitrogen monoxide, which is again a gas represented by 2NO within bracket G. Now this is an example of endothermic reaction because during the reaction between nitrogen and oxygen, heat is absorbed. Now in all the decomposition reactions we need to supply energy, so we can say that since all the decomposition reactions require energy, they are the examples of endothermic reactions. So our today's video lecture is completed. Now I am giving you an assignment. This assignment contains 5 questions. Try to solve all the questions given in the assignment. To get the solution of the given assignment and to avail more assignments and solutions, please WhatsApp your details to the following number 99030390009. In your WhatsApp, kindly mention your name, locality, school, board and your class. In our next video, we will discuss on oxidation and reduction reactions, and we will also discuss on the effects of oxidation reaction in our daily life. If you like this video, then please subscribe our YouTube channel Edu360 Degree and press the bell icon to get the early notifications about the uploaded video. Thank you.